Alright, how's it going? Today I'm going to teach you how to use traditional grip for drumming. Now, when you're, to give some background, drumming, normally when your hands are kind of drumming, you want to have like a grip, right? You want to grip the stick in the correct way. You want to grip the stick in a way that'll make it bounce. That kind of stuff. Like, you ever see drummers, like anybody who's seen a drummer, he's got the whole, like this whole shindig where both the left and the right hand are just, hitting away. It's like nothing to it. But I'm going to show you a different way. The way that I learned is traditional, where we bring the left hand over and we use it as a different form of being able to get that bounce here. Now, to give some background, traditional has been used for, I think, like war bands, things like that. It's a as per the name, traditional style of drumming that dates back hundreds of years. They'd have like people playing in the middle of battlefields during like the Revolutionary War. Normally it's for like the drums used to be tilted, so they'd have to have like a way to like get that wasn't awkward for like the left. But it's still around today, and it's used for marching bands. It's used for several other kinds of styles of drumming as well as jazz. But yeah, this tutorial is just assuming that you have a bit of knowledge, but not too much. So let's get into it. So the first thing you'll need is obviously you'll need a pair of drumsticks, or probably just like one. We're going to be showing you the whole mechanics behind this, like making this whole thing happen. The right hand, it'll have similar principles. This is going to be like, assuming that you already kind of know, like the grip is sort of in the same area of like just kind of finding the fulcrum, but we'll get into that. We're not going to talk much about the right hand, just how this left thing works and how that bounce happens. They'll also need like a drum pad or something like that, maybe just like a drum, something bouncy to get that whole thing working. So step one would be just open your left hand, make a nice high, just like wave to yourself, and open that in, just palm in towards you. Step two, you want to look over it, like you want to hold the stick in the right hand for once, just for placing purposes, and you want to find something called the fulcrum, which is about here. It's about 2/5 of the way up the stick. That's like the point of balance where you're gonna be getting that bounce. For other people, it may be a little different. Some people choke up a bit more. It depends on like your hand size. But overall, you'll just want to find that fulcrum. So next, you'll just be wanting to like see this V that my thumb and my pointer finger are making. You'll just want to place the fulcrum, this little part. You'll want to settle that in between here, and you want to pinch these two fingers just to be able to hold the stick. This is the most basic kind of like part. This is like the focal point for where the whole rest of the grip goes off of. Step 4, for support purposes, you'll want to take your ring finger and you'll want to place it, see this right nail bed, like this just nail bed here, you'll want it to rest right exactly on here. So I'm going to place it, just like kind of bring it in a little bit to make it comfortable. You don't want it out like this. You just want it just a little bit inward, just angled and resting right here, just to give the stick a bit of stability so it's not flopping all over the place when you're twisting. Okay. Now step 5 is going to be more finger stuff. We're going to be wrapping, see the pointer and the middle finger, we're going to be wrapping that around the stick. And along with that, like this is the wrap phase where we just have these remaining fingers support the main ones. So these two are together, you want them wrapping around and touching, and you want the pinky also supporting the ring finger here. So altogether, the grip just comes together, as in just a whole big like hug sesh, just kind of here for the hand. So this is like the main kind of tenet of the grip. So another part about this that I've kind of been neglecting, like it could be, you'd make the grip in any way you can, but the mechanics of it require that you use your elbow a little bit. Now your elbow, you'll want that kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but you'll want that in line with the drum, like on the similar kind of surface. So just trying to get that level kind of deal. You'll just position the elbow, have it a straight line. All right, step 7 is more mechanical. Now that the grip is formed in our left hand, by the way, you want that relaxed as possible. You'll want to take your elbow, you'll want your elbow to be on the same surface as the drum. Like, I'm going to try to angle it a bit so you can see better. When I'm doing this, you want your elbow in such a way that it will, you know, your stick is like not that far off the drum. Like, you see what I mean? The height should not be like up here, not down here, but right here. So step 8, I mentioned it in the last step, but you'll want these fingers to be very relaxed. In order to get like efficiency, like if you don't want to be tense, you want to relax your fingers with the grip. Like, the stick's not going anywhere, so just you want to make it so that if you can take your right hand and pull the stick out, then, you know, put it back in, maintain that grip. Like, that's relaxed enough. Like, that's like a really important step, relaxing the hand. That's step 8. All right, so we have our form. So step 9 is going to be initiating the motion, and that is from your wrist. You want to initiate from the wrist when you're at kind of those lower stick heights. You'll want to bring if it's higher, you'll want it to be a bit from the arm, a bit from the elbow, but just for our purposes, initiate from the wrist, because you're not going to be banging too loud on like kit drums, you know. So you'll want to just feel that bounce, bring it back down, and with the top of your thumb, kind of controlling how high that stick goes. Just up and down. Feel that bounce. All right, and finally for step 10, we're going to take the right stick and we're going to combine the two. So you'll want to have like both of your sticks kind of in like this at an angle. You'll see the tape here. Ideally, you know, you'll want a similar kind of angle here as a line. So you'll have right hand obviously on that fulcrum, fingers wrapping around. Yeah, you get the point. Top finger is controlling the bounce, regulating it, and you just put it all together, and there you go. You're drumming.